We declare our right on this earth to be a human being, to be respected as a human being, to be given the rights of a human being in this society, on this earth, in this day, which we intend to bring into existence by any means necessary. These were the words of Malcolm X. Classmates, we are a family of volunteers, a family whether we like it or not, here to preserve and protect our nation and humanity. For the Coast Guard, by any means necessary, is not simply a willingness to kill, but more so a willingness to die. This day marks our legacy. Let us make history. I know I'm up here today because I'm a nerd, and I managed to be the best number, the best piece of paper for the past 4 years. But I'd like to think that it's because I have a respect for humanity. I know I'm also only 22 years old, so I'm not going to get up here and pretend to be some pseudo-righteous overachiever who thinks she knows all the answers. Yeah. But I am here to tell you that I believe in a history and a now that is ours. A history and a now filled with a consciousness of the human condition, filled with a respect for human beings. I need you to take this moment and see that I am black. See that I am a woman. I'm not going to tell you to close your eyes and imagine anything, because we all need to look this reality in the face. I need you to see that I am human, just like you. No better, no worse. And if we can accept each other's humanity, we can make history. Thank you. Humanity is our homeline. It's our homeland. And classmates, we must remind our nation of the true definition and dynamic of homeland security. Protecting renewable energy is securing the homeland. Protecting the public from terrorist strike is securing the homeland. Treating all people, whether migrant or felon, with human decency and mercy is securing the homeland. Saving lives is securing the homeland. We must never forget our legacy. We must never forget the freedom and liberty that make us America. We have made a pledge to society that on this earth, to the best of our ability, by any means necessary, we will preserve and protect humanity. Enemies of the Coast Guard do not all have faces, do not all breathe. Our enemy is anything, concept, or form willing to hurt human beings. And a recent example of that enemy is Katrina. We fought back with principles of humanity, exploding justice, respect, and freedom. These principles give our nation a unique strength, and this is the greatest weapon of all. I simply ask you to think. I ask you to look back on your moments of powerlessness. Look back to that moment where you had to get on your knees and scrub and sweep and mop and wax and buff and buff and buff and rebuff and buff again a floor that someone was going to walk on and probably scuff 2 minutes later. That feeling is what it is to be human. Humble yourself and accept your humanity, and don't deny it in others. When you lead your people, exude that understanding of a struggle and a fight, and fight for them, and be for them. And in that fight, I ask you to remember this family that surrounds you here today. I ask you to remember the shipmate that carried your sea bag during sea trials. I ask you to remember the shipmate who earned a C tutoring your B+. I ask you to remember the shipmate who stayed by your side late night after night after night after night, knowing you were always more important than any late rack. Remember the shipmate who shined your shoes, the faculty, the coach, the company officer who made you shine, the parent, the guardian who always knew you could shine. This family is the foundation of your humanity. These are the people you respect and who have taught you what it means to respect. These are the people who have helped you to understand everyone's right as a human being to be on this earth. Our history has not yet begun, and it won't begin until all of us cross this stage. Today, we become the class that we set out to be 4 years ago. Today, we become officers. Today, we become protectors of the United States Constitution. Today, we must acknowledge that we are all human and maintain that awareness by any means necessary. Our history is now. Shall we begin?